Hi, my name is Elo Gene Otiede, Elo for short. I'm a software engineer with a few years of experience who loves to code, do code reviews, and also work on great and exciting projects just as this one, known as the Spy Search application. The Spy Search application is such an amazing application. It is a web application that is scalable, highly optimized, designed to record search results and provide analytics on search queries. In other words, this application records search results imputed by users, stores them, and also provide useful analytic data on the search results or search queries recorded, listing the search results and their corresponding query instances in descending order. That is from the most or highly searched query to the least searched query. It was an exciting experience working on this project. And right now, I'm going to be walking you through the front end of this project and the most interesting piece of code in the project. So, right here is the homepage of the Spice search engine. The Spy search engine was intrinsically designed to be high on user experience. It has a nav bar that contains the brand's logo and the menu items, aimed to enable users navigate through this web application easily. The animations we find on the menu links were added just to give the user a nice experience. Still high on user experience, the search bar was also emphasized enough to let any user who visits this web application know at a glance the next step to take, which is to find their favorite article. On the analytics page, we have a page that displays the number of total number of IP addresses as well as the total number of queries. This provides insights to users on the number of persons who have used this web application and the number of searches made. Right now, under the all IP address column or section, we do not have any data displayed, but shortly we would as we'll be testing this application out. So back to the home page, I will be searching for what is my name. Now watch, I'm going to edit this now and say, what is my nickname? When I head over to the analytics page, I will find recorded my IP address as well as a link to see the queries I have made. So far, I have only made one query. We can see. I can tell because I understand, or I'm aware rather, that it had automatically recorded my search result or my search query. Right there, it says queries for this is my IP address. This is the query I just made. What is my nickname? And this is the number of times that I made it. Also, in the individual queries page, you will find the total unique queries from that particular IP address. Also, the total queries made. For example, if I have searched for what is my nickname 5 times and what is my name 10 times, the total queries will record 15, while the total unique queries will record 2. Let's test it out again before we move on to the most interesting piece of code on this web application. So I'm going to search what is my birth birthday. It's meant to record what is my birthday, but this application is able to understand when I am not done typing and record my preferred sentence. So I'm going to change it to what is my name. Now, before I head to the analytics page, remember I had typed what is my birthday. It's meant to record that, but it can also tell when I am not done typing and when I'm done typing. I'm done typing, and so I should have what is my name. So my IP address has changed. This is also amazing. It records the most recent IP address at the top, which makes it easily accessible and guarantees that we always have the recent, most relevant searches accessed first before older searches. So when I click on see queries, I should have what is my name. Another interesting feature is if I should type what is my name in camel casing, in different cases, type of cases, upper lower case, it has the ability to understand that it is the same sentence and record the number of times that what is my name has been searched. Now, I call it the most interesting piece of this code because it contains the algorithm used in recording search results in a way and manner that it can tell that the user is done typing without recording multiple irrelevant searches. So briefly, this code, in this code, right, I am able to listen for an event called the input event. So when the user types in any of their searches into the input, this event is triggered and this function is called. In this function, that is the handle input change function, I am able to get a hold of the current value, that is the current search made by the user, irrespective of the number of characters imputed by the user. It gets a hold of every character imputed by the user. And when this function is triggered, a timer also is set into play. The timer counts 5 seconds. While making research for this project, I discovered rather, that it can be assumed that a user is done typing at the end of 5 seconds without any interruption. So right here in this project, I worked with 5 seconds. So when user types just a letter or an alphabet, the timer is set into play and begins to time, waiting to see if the user is going to make any other input or not make any input at all. And if by the fifth second the user has not made any input, it takes in the current user input, that is the most recent user input, and makes an Ajax call to the back end, which records the search query. Then, in a case where the user types in a character before the 5 second elapses, the timer is stopped. It clears out using the clear timeout method here and starts all over again from 1, counting to 5. And that's not the only thing that happens. The most recent input value also replaces the former input value, thereby enabling the application to have a record of the most recent input value while the timer ticks. Of course, if the user has concluded his or her search queries, the most recent search user input is recorded in the database. The backend code is responsible for getting a hold of the user's IP address. And we can find it here using the request.remote IP. So this is the code that gets the search results that has been posted using the Ajax call or through the Ajax call via Java, the front end JavaScript, right? And then combines it with the IP address and saves it. So I have been able at this point to tell you about Spice Search application and also, tell you more about behind the scene. Well, I could say it's no magic. It's just all codes. This application was built with Ruby on Rails and JavaScript. It has been deployed. You can use the link below to access this application, enjoy it, play around with it, and also access the code base on GitHub. Thank you for being part of the development process. Here is Spy Search application. Thank you.